Gemini, and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who've been here before, and welcome to those of you who haven't visited my channel before. My name's Colette and this channel is called Inspiring Life Changes. And I am here today to do a reading for you Geminis out there who are Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Gemini. And if you don't know where those placements are, there will be a free natal link in the description box down below for you to go and check that out for yourselves. This is a Venus reading, and it's a follow-on from the other readings that I have done previously. I started off with the U and question mark reading, then I went a little bit deeper into the retrograde, Venus retrograde reading, and this is the last of these readings as Venus has turned direct. Now you yourself, Gemini, have got Venus in your sign. It's where all of this retrograde has been taking place. And so between the points of 20 degrees and 50 minutes back to 5 degrees, that is the spot that Venus has basically been going backwards or forwards, backwards and forwards again over. So this is the third time that Venus is going over that area in the sky, which for you could well have quite a strong effect, because your sun is going to be somewhere within the sign of Venus. So if it's anywhere between that 5 degrees to 20 degrees, you will have had Venus backwards and forwards over your sun 3 times. So you probably will be feeling the effect of this quite strongly. And for me, this whole Venus retrograde has been about kind of relationships, early starts of relationships, because Venus is to do with relationships and Gemini is to do with the energy of childhood, from about school years up to the kind of teens, mid-teens, late teens, when all of that kind of relationship starts, really, when we kind of move out of the family, beyond the family relationships that we have and that we know from birth, and we move into a field of kind of getting to know people who are complete strangers, and the relationships that we establish with them. And it is a minefield, and we can have some painful experiences during those early days as well, from school to the end of school years. And these experiences can last with us for a whole lifetime, affecting all of our relationships, particularly our one-to-one relationships, even though this can just be to do with friendships as well. But it's the energy around the relationships that really matters. And we can, like I said, kind of bring this energy with us into all our relationships, our future relationships, without even knowing that that's where our pattern has kind of evolved from. And so we kind of repeat the same pattern over and over again in our relationships as we go through life and experiences that we have. So that's not going to be the case for everybody. Some people will be in a relationship and they'll be in a relationship all their life. They might just like marry young and stay in that relationship all their life. And they may have had easy relationships during their childhood as well. So they probably won't be affected in the same way as people who've had like more traumatic, shall we say, experiences when it comes to relationships and carrying them through into their other relationships. So that for me is the energy of what this Venus retrograde has been about. It's about going back over that energy and kind of healing in many ways, and kind of reevaluating, reassessing and reconsidering our relationships, not only with other people but also with ourselves as well. So with all that being said, I would also like to say, you cross-watchers out there as well, if you're interested in a Gemini, have been in a relationship with a Gemini, or currently are in a relationship with a Gemini, you may also want to check out your natal chart down below as well. and for both Geminis and anybody cross-watching or who Gemini's got a connection with, you may want to look at your Venus. Where is your Venus placement? Because that will also be affecting you on a personal level as well. So I'm going to start the reading with this card here. I separated all these cards from the good tarot deck, this tarot deck here, and today the card that came out for you, Gemini, is the Four of Water, or Four of Cups as it's traditionally known. But it is a water card. It's to do with emotions, it's to do with sensitivity, it's to do with intuition. Also, the Four often speaks of a challenge. Because it's a four, it's a difficult energy. It can be that kind of time where a relationship is possibly teetering on the kind of brink of not being, or shall we say, kind of coming out the honeymoon period. So it's the time after the initial coming together and the celebration. And the Four is kind of saying that something is no longer as easy as it was previously. There's also some messages coming through here today as well, because I see this as the kind of crystal ball card here as well. So there is a couple of messages coming through. One is about some, like, kind of being given a glimpse into the future here, and maybe somebody has reacted with that. Maybe somebody has kind of taken a look further down the path of this relationship, as in, like, they're kind of asking themselves, you know, if I carry on with this relationship, where's it going to go? What's energy around it? That kind of thing. It's like trying to see beyond where it is already. And for some of you Geminis, this could be yourself, this could be the person that you have an energetic connection with. It may have kind of caused some problems here. It may have kind of caused some upset. Four of Water often speaks of difficulties, like I said, difficulties, emotional difficulties, kind of things that are coming up to the surface that need to be dealt with as well. Which, because you've had this constant kind of Venus energy happening here as well, that could very well be the case for you Geminis at the moment, that there is a lot of emotional baggage in some ways, emotional past issues that are needing to be kind of let go of here as well. But I do kind of see it as somebody who has had that glimpse into their future, that they've seen something. It's like something has been revealed to them on some level, maybe on a kind of feeling or a knowing level rather than a kind of seeing it, but it kind of, they feel that something isn't as right as it could be. And another message that was coming through here today is that possibly that something's being hidden as well, because she's standing there with her other arm is behind her back, almost like she's hiding something as she's offering this ball. So somebody could also be offering something to you, but it may also be something that's not like there's a bit of deception here, or there's a bit of is it deception? There's a sense, yeah, a sense of deception, like they're not being completely open, completely honest here. There's something, I feel as though something is hidden behind the back here for some of you Geminis. Or again, for the cross-watcher here, this could be you that's actually doing this, Gemini. In which case, not everything is being revealed. It's like something's being offered, but what's being offered may not be the full package in some way as well. So we'll see what else comes out. It did also come out, or it didn't come out, but the card at the bottom of these cups today is the Page of Water as well. And she's kind of like the younger version of this energy here to me today. And kind of like the child, more of the child version. It's like here she's kind of revealing something, and here she's kind of hiding something. It kind of feels to me as though this is the younger, innocent kind of child energy. That is, I'm kind of getting the feeling that this is what's being hidden here somehow. That this person may be very good at actually hiding their emotions or their feelings here, Gemini. That they're not being 100% upfront about it. Something to do with this child energy, like this child energy that has now kind of become mature, but it hasn't fully, what's the word? It hasn't fully, it's kind of like, this is what's being hidden. It's like this is the real person. This is them. This is their self. This is the child, the kind of the adult with the child energy is kind of what I'm getting. But the true part of this person is kind of kept hidden. They're not totally revealing it. And I feel as though this is the kind of distraction here. The distraction is almost like a kind of look at this, look how amazing this is, but don't look at this. Because this could be because it's painful, hurtful. Possibly this person hasn't fully come to terms with this part of their own personality yet as well. Page of Water, as in all the pages, is a younger energy. It's an energy that needs to mature, to grow, to be allowed to become like the knight and the queen and the king, to feel all that experience and to kind of... So this could also be a younger person as well. For some of you Geminis, this could be somebody who's kind of integrating their kind of older, more adult side of themselves with their younger experiences, kind of trying to come to terms with possibly even both sides of themselves. So we'll see what comes out in the actual reading here. 2 decks of cards are going to be used for you here, Gemini. This deck I'm going to use for yourselves, and the other deck will be used for the cross-watcher or the person that you have an energetic connection with. And if it doesn't resonate on that level, then you can always swap the cards over. Also, you may want to check out the other reads as well for your moon or your rising. If you're a cusp Gemini, you're going to be at the beginning of Taurus. Gemini, like Taurus going into Gemini, so about 0 degrees Gemini. 0 up to about 1 degree maybe in your natal chart. And that energy from the Taurus may kind of cross over. And if you're the other end of Gemini, you're going to be moving more into the Cancer energy as well. So you may also want to check out that reading, because that was one of the first readings that I did for this cycle of the Cancer season, which seems so long ago now. So you yourself may also want to check out the Cancer read as well if you have more of that kind of energy about you. And because you've got this kind of 4 of water energy as well, you may also be drawn to the water energy signs to look at. And I don't know why I'm saying that, because I don't normally say that, but for some reason it's kind of coming out, so I'm going to say it anyway. So the energies of Pisces and Scorpio as well in particular. And we have the Lovers card come out in reverse as your first card here. And this card actually came out yesterday for Taurus. So as I was saying, you might want to check out that Taurus read. It may have more of an understanding there for you as well, Gemini. Particularly if you have your Venus in Taurus as well. So the Lovers card here in reverse is saying to me that there is something that has kind of upset this connection. And something that, and that's kind of what I was picking up earlier with this as well, even though this isn't in reverse. It is the card of challenge. It is the card of things not progressing on a happy emotional level, shall we say. There's things that I feel, there's things that need to be looked into closer. There's things that are, again, I'm getting that feeling of something that's being kept hidden, something that's not completely being revealed here. I get the feeling that there's an imbalance as well in this relationship. It could also be something to do with this energy as well, that this person may be less mature, whether that's yourself, Gemini, or whether this is the cross-watcher or the person you have an energetic connection with. I feel as though somebody here isn't completely balanced in their emotional energy. And there could, of course, have to be a decision made here as well. For me, the Lovers card is the card of Libra. I don't see it as the Gemini card as most people do. I see the Gemini card much more as the Magician energy because it's ruled by Mercury. You are ruled by Mercury, Gemini. And for me, love isn't about logic or the head. Love is something that you feel. It's in the heart. You can't ignore when those feelings come in. It's like you have to explore it. You have to kind of go down that road. You have to kind of, the curiosity of that initial meeting, shall we say, when two people come together, even before they become lovers. It's like there is something that sparks there. It's like something that draws and attracts two people together. So for me, that is the emotional energy, the heart, but being a Libra energy, it could also be about balancing things up, because Libra is all about balance and harmony. It's also in the 7th house, which is also about personal relationships as well. So for me, the Lovers makes much more sense to be a Libra energy. Also, of course, fairness. Wanting things to be fair, wanting things to be balanced, wanting harmony in a relationship. And with the Lovers in reverse, it kind of feels to me as though that's not what's happened here. Could be that there's been a lot of emotional I just feel as if somebody's holding back emotionally. Somebody's not completely opening themselves up on emotional level. And we have the Ten of Wands here as well, Gemini, as your crossing card. Ten of Wands is a completion. It is an ending. It is saying that you can put this burden down because it's a 10. It's time to drop it. It's time to let that go. Whatever the burdens were, and there is burdens around this relationship. It's kind of brought you to this point of feeling very exhausted by it all. But not wanting to put it down. This is your challenge. This is what's covering you. This is what you need to allow yourself to do here, Gemini. Because you're carrying so much of it. You're carrying it. I feel as though you are carrying the relationship itself, literally, is how it feels to me. That all the burdens are on your shoulder. And this is kind of how you're feeling about it as well. And it's interesting because if you see when this card is up the right way, it's literally like this person is carrying this other person here, or lifting them up, elevating them. But when it's in reverse, it's more of a sense of being I get more of a sense of kind of being let down, really. So this person's letting somebody's letting somebody else down here. Or that is the general feeling that's around it. This is how the other person is feeling. Whether that's you, again, Gemini, or whether that's the cross watcher. Somebody is feeling as though they've been let down. But they can't drop it. This is the challenge. The Ten of Wands. Asking you to let it go. Let it go, because it doesn't have to be here any longer, is what it's saying. You've carried it all the way that you can, as far as you can. You can't carry it any further. You don't need to carry it any further. And also by carrying it further, you're holding on to what has been and not allowing any more in as well. You're kind of determined in some way to hold on to what you have achieved here with these wands. But at the same time, you're not giving yourself any space here. You're not giving yourself room to relax or to allow anything new in. It's like you're holding on to what has been so strongly, like absolutely determined to carry it on your own here, I feel as well. This sense of I can do this. And in fact, if you kind of put it down, you can, I'm not saying you can't pick it up again if you want to, not all of it. You don't have to pick all of it up again. But in a sense, you can kind of decide whether you want to pick up some of it and carry on with it again. But at this moment in time, because it's your challenge, you're kind of determined that that's what's happening. And we have the Five of Swords here as well, in reverse. So the Five of Swords is self-sabotage. It's a card of not doing yourself any favours at all. It's a card of again, that kind of sense of something that isn't completely honest. Not being honest with yourself as well. Self-sabotage can also be when things get to a point where they're kind of moving forward, and you may feel as though things are getting out of your control maybe as well, that you don't know what's coming next possibly. You do something in order to kind of bring it all back to a controllable level, or to some point where you feel that you are in control of it, Gemini. That's really what self-sabotage is about. It's kind of saying that, you know, when things become easy or easier, or you're in a loving relationship and you don't know how to deal with a loving relationship because you haven't had a loving relationship, you sabotage that loving relationship so that you can return to a emotional place where you feel like safe in it, because even if it's not healthy, it's what you know, it's what you're familiar with, it's what you understand. And the Swords is about logic, it is about understanding. It's not to do so much with our emotions as it is to do more with our thought processes. So I feel as though it's kind of like going down a path to a certain point, and then you kind of stop yourself. You stop yourself from going any further and you pull back. Here, Gemini, is kind of what I'm feeling. Or again, it could be the person that you have a connection with, but I kind of feeling that this is more your energy than their energy. Or maybe you're seeing that somebody else is sabotaging this as well. Maybe that's where you're coming from here, Gemini, that you can see the self-sabotage that's happening. You're watching somebody doing it, perhaps. It could also be this Four of Water energy here as well. As I was saying, somebody kind of getting a glimpse into the future. And maybe that's also what you're picking up on. Is that this person is self-sabotaging this relationship. Well, that's how you feel or perceive it to be. There's a kind of feeling of fieriness here as well, with this kind of sunset in the background, or kind of like this battlefield that he's standing on. There's also a sense here as well that nobody's actually won this. That whatever happened here, whatever kind of, I feel that, you know, this split here, that nobody's actually come out on top of this. That in many ways you're both losers here. I don't like using that word, but it's like, you know, neither of you are really kind of feeling any victory in this. So let's see, Gemini, what's coming out from your past. What's the energy that you have been working with, but what's leaving you? What's the energy for Gemini that they have been working on, working with? The energy that is around them but is moving away. And the person that they have this energetic connection with, emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, for Gemini. I also feel that this could have been quite a recent thing for you here as well, Gemini. That this may have happened fairly recently, and so you're still kind of both feeling wounded and hurt by it, kind of smarting energy, kind of neither of you wanting to face it or look at it at this time. We have the Ace of Pentacles is the energy that you've been working with, which kind of implies to me that you're focusing your energy on your own growth here, your own needs, your own, yeah, just kind of your own growth, your own value. What do you value? Why do you value it? What is it also that you want from life as well? There could also be that question, because it's an ace, it's an energy that is new, it's an energy that comes in and you need to channel it into something for it in order to be able to grow. I do feel it is about growth in the sense of you looking to direct this energy into your own purpose here, your own. For some of you, it could even be a business idea, a business option, an opportunity, something that comes in. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. It can just be about looking at what you value in the sense of, where do I want to place my energy? Where do I want to put my pentacle? What do I want to do with this type of energy? Do I want this? Do I want to kind of invest my time and my energy and my effort into this relationship as well? You could also be kind of looking on those lines as well here, Gemini, and sorry, and really kind of questioning that value. What is it you get back from this as well? Does it feed you? Does it nurture you? Is it going to help you grow? When it comes to your environment, when it comes to your home, kind of building something on a physical level, something long lasting, something that you want to carry into your future. Well, we have, I wasn't going to take these, but I will do. We have the Nine of Swords at the root cause of what's going on at the moment in the subconscious realm. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups in reverse here. So there's been a lot of worry around this situation, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of not knowing if it's the right thing. Is it the right relationship even? Because Ten of Cups here is in reverse. So I feel as though somebody has been like really worried, stressed out, kind of just in their head about this, constantly in their head. And I also feel it's got something to do with this Four of Water energy here as well, this kind of glimpse into the future. And maybe somebody thought it was going to be the happy ending with the Ten of Cups, that this was what they were looking for, this was what they were wanting out of life. But it's kind of like a wake-up call somehow. Something has kind of very much, I feel, made this person question everything over and over and over and over and over again. And we also have the Three of Pentacles in reverse here as well. So it's kind of like this person feels as though this is not going to, this is not their happy ending here. This is not their wish fulfillment or their happy ending. That they haven't got time somehow even to kind of invest their time and their energy. They no longer want to build on this, is what I'm kind of sensing here. Because the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. It's about coming together with another person in order to build something together. But it is in reverse as well. So deep down, it's kind of like you know that you need to drop this. You need to put this and everything that you've put into it, which is kind of what you're carrying and what you're holding on to, is the fact that you've put your time and your energy and your effort into this as well. That you did possibly see it as a good opportunity, a good kind of investment in some ways of your time and your energy. But it hasn't given you the rewards here that you thought you were going to receive, Gemini. It's just left you feeling very worried, stressed out, wondering what's coming next, sleepless nights. Okay. So the star energy here is saying to me that there is a healing taking place here for you, Gemini. It's interesting because the star, I was going to point this out earlier again, because I often point this out with the lovers, the kind of star-crossed energy down here is also being repeated again there in her headband, tiara, whatever you prefer to call it. But it's kind of, she often reminds me of Xena, Xena the Warriors. It's that kind of star-crossed. It could be to do with the feeling that this has been destiny, something that you couldn't ignore. At the time, it was a strong connection, a strong pulling, a strong coming together, which is again what I was talking about with that Libra energy, that love doesn't make sense, it just is. And sometimes we can't explain it. We don't need to explain it. Sometimes we want to explain it, but we can't maybe find words in order to be able to express. Because that's the difference between logic and emotion, or the heart energy. But the star also talks about here kind of the two pitchers that she's holding, and she's pouring the water of life back into the water that she's sitting in here. It's Aquarius energy in many ways. Aquarius energy is to do with friendship, sociability, community, the collective, kind of bringing everything together, the individual within the collective. But it's also hope as well. There's also hope. But I don't know if it's so much hope to do with this actual relationship itself here, Gemini, as it is more to do with you not giving up on yourself or on hope itself, as in your future. Aquarius energy is very much to do with the future as well. Future energy ruled by Uranus, which is all about the future kind of energy that comes in for us. Flashes of inspiration, which is also kind of this here as well. I'm seeing this as kind of flashes of inspiration happening. Possibly with this here as well. Like suddenly something kind of makes sense, something comes together, something kind of fits into the right timing even. But I feel as though it's something new. There's a new healing, a new hope, a new outlook on life maybe. Possible feeling of destiny as well. Connection to everything. Like feeling as though you're kind of released here as well. I'm getting a kind of released energy, like like something new, something releases, something new, a new energy coming through. A new energy coming through here, Gemini. It is, of course, a fellow air sign energy as well, Aquarius. It could be that an Aquarian is going to come into your life, or it could be somebody who has a lot of Aquarian characteristics about them as well. Somebody who's a bit different maybe to the person who you normally would have or have been involved with before. So let's see what this person that you have this connection with has been. Their energy at the moment is the Empress in reverse. And the Empress, when she's in reverse, is not a positive or abundant energy. It's an energy of feeling like that kind of everything's against you. She is the force of nature. She is nature herself, the Empress. She's permanently pregnant with potential when she's up the right way, and she represents everything that we need being given to us, because it is abundance. There is abundance there. There is plenty for all. But when she's in reverse, she has this energy of being much more not just selfish, but like scarcity kind of energy, that she doesn't see things, that she's more focused on what isn't there than what is there. And it's come out with the Knight of Pentacles over the top as well. It could also have something to do with mothering energy as well. So for some of you Geminis, there could possibly be maybe an unwanted pregnancy as well. Doesn't have to be. It can also be to do with permanently being pregnant with potential, as in potential to create outwardly as well. But this person, I feel, is not in a good place at this time. They're not in a good place. They're not feeling the abundance. They're not feeling, they feel to me as though they're quite nervous or worried, stressed. Kind of reminding me of this Nine of Swords energy down here as well, actually. Similar kind of energy that I'm getting off of this today. But this person can't see the positive. They're not seeing the positive here. It can also be to do with feminine energy in general and what that means for each individual female as well. Their own generational mothering, grandmother, great-grandmother. It can be a generational thing to do with how the individual has been brought up as to whether they feel lack or plenty as well. Because this can also be to do with their never feeling as though there's never enough. There's never enough. They always want more because there is never enough. So this would be the kind of person who would see a glass as being half empty rather than half full when they're in this upside down, reversed situation here. And like I said, it's covered by the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel as though this person is feeling quite, this is the challenge. I feel that they're feeling quite stuck. They're stuck in there. They may feel as though they're stuck in their, like their personality or the way that life is. That nothing's going to change. But this is how it is. Nothing's going to change for them. Knight of Pentacles can be an energy of being very independent as well. Maybe this person also needs to find some inner strength for their own dependence. Because it's a challenge. They may be somebody who also wants to be taken care of here. That they want other people to look after them. To care for them. But they're not able to do it for other people. They're not able to do it for themselves even. At this time, there could also be that energy there as well, Gemini. They could be quite a demanding person with the Empress in reverse. It doesn't have to be just female energy. This could also be relating to the masculine energy as well. So let's see what's in this person's head. The Queen of Swords in reverse. They're very blocked here. This person is very blocked. They need to open up and have conversation. They need to be able to speak their truth, but they're not. Which is why I'm feeling what I was feeling earlier about this younger energy here and something that's being hidden. Something that's being hidden here, because if you see, she has her arm. You can only see one arm there. And that's never really been relevant to me before, but today it kind of really came out as being something that was being hidden behind this person's back. And I feel as though it's kind of this energy, this younger energy here, because this person is very much like not interested in their emotions at all here. When you look at the Queen up the right way, she's just pouring this water out onto this completely kind of barren soil here. And there's no growth. There's going to be no growth from that. And that's also what I'm kind of feeling with this energy here as well, this lack, no growth. When you are wanting growth here, This is what you were looking for. You were looking for somebody to grow with, possibly even to grow old with, Gemini, but unfortunately, this person doesn't know how to relate. Again, this could be the Gemini energy. Swap it over if that's how it's coming out for you. It's a general read, it's not a personal read. So it could be either or here, but the message behind this to me is that there is a need for clear, open, heartfelt communication, because her dress, the turquoise there, always for me speaks of this chakra between the throat and the heart chakra, the thymus, which is kind of developing. The turquoise between the blue and the green, it's like if, with the chakras, you've got the red base root chakra, which then blends into the orange, and then which is the sacral, and then you've got the yellow, which is the solar plexus. And those energies are kind of the red and the yellow is the orange in between. So it's the same here with the blue of the throat chakra and the green of the heart chakra is kind of creating this energy here, which is about honest, open communication, inspired communication on some levels. But this person either feels as though they can't open up and be honest. And I don't feel it's just with you, Gemini. I think this is just a problem that this person has in general. I don't think it's like, oh, I can't talk to Gemini because. I think this is much more a general thing. That they keep everything kind of on the surface level here. They don't go any deeper. Because they're scared of their own emotions, I feel. Scared of what might be revealed. Which is possibly also that Four of Water crystal ball energy as well. What's being revealed there. And this person also has the Nine of Wands come out here. The same energy here. The Nine of... Oh, sorry, you've got the Ten of Wands. This person's got the Nine of Wands. So it has been a struggle for them too. They are kind of trying to let go of the past and move forward into calmer waters here. But they are having difficulty. They are struggling with it. It's not an easy thing for them because they keep getting pulled back with this. All this to me represents emotional turmoil. And I think there's a lot of emotional turmoil in this person because it's all kept kind of down. It's all suppressed within this person. And so it kind of erupts in their life instead. Kind of outwardly. And causes a lot of chaos. A lot of... things that are kind of out of control. You see it's like a storm happening here. This is the future. This is where this person wants to get to. They want to get to this serene, kind of calmer water where they can just kind of glide on into the harbour and they're safe there, their security. But they can't get there. And the reason they can't get there is, I feel, because emotionally they're not dealing with anything. So they keep getting dragged back into their past because they haven't let go of their past and their past hasn't let go of them. It's like a two-way thing. And so they just keep kind of reliving the same situations over and over again. So let's see. And the boat itself for me always represents life. You can see this as life, or you can see this as the relationship that's kind of on these really rocky spot, rocky environment, rocky on the rocks even. Yeah, it's like the boat has hit a blockage. It's hit something that's not going to allow it to go through. It has come out upright. And it could be that this relationship could even kind of be a catalyst for this person to kind of wake up and realise, sorry, just let me pick up those cards, for them to wake up and realise that this is a kind of constant scenario that they keep finding themselves in time and time again here, over and over. And that they may kind of finally realise that they need to do something about it. Even with the Queen of Swords up there in their head as well, maybe they are coming to that realisation. They may be slowly kind of realising that this is what they do. They ignore their emotions and they block out everything else. No communication, no talking about it is what I'm picking up here. It's not spoken about, you don't talk about it. Whatever it may be. It's almost like it's not allowed to be broached, is what I'm kind of feeling here. But there is, like I say, there is this star energy for you coming through here, Gemini. So whether or not there's going to be possibly even the need to go and actually get some healing, in the sense of some counselling possibly, or some spiritual healing even, because the star is a very spiritual card. Okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is interesting because you've got the Ten of Cups here. So there was, again, this kind of, this person also saw this situation as being something that was going to be their kind of happy ever after, in the sense of something to build on. They wanted a family situation here as well. They wanted it all, really, is what it's kind of saying to me. They wanted it all, but they may not have been willing to put in the time, the energy and the effort for it. Because it's in reverse, it's out of balance. It's kind of saying that one person may have been much more invested, again possibly your pentacle here, Gemini, that you invested into this situation. And it's come out with the Three of Cups as well. And the Three of Cups in this deck is an interesting card because she is getting married to him. This is Eros and this is Psyche. Usually it's kind of like a celebratory card, and it is because it's a wedding. But the wedding's taking place at night. There's the moon. So there's, to start with, secrets, which I feel is also something to do with this energy again here. Secrets, things not being revealed. And he actually, because he's immortal and she's mortal, she can't actually see him. So there is this already, there's this kind of energy that something was not totally open at the start of this. Something was kind of, again, I'm getting that feeling of something that was one-sided, more invested by one person than the other. Because here, Eros has kind of stabbed himself in the foot with his own arrow. So he's kind of fallen in love with her because she was the first thing that he saw. Or he saw her and then stabbed himself in the foot. And of course, Cupid, Eros, his arrows, once they hit, there's no escape, as they say. So she became the kind of she became his driving passion. He had to have her. So there is a celebration here in the sense that they are getting married, and it felt good at the time. I'm not saying that you got married, but this is the initial kind of, after the initial coming together energy, this is really the kind of time when you're saying to yourself, am I going to invest in this? Am I invested in this? Is this what I want to put my time, my energy and effort into? Or do I want to, it's that time of like, do I continue with this or do I get out now? It's that kind of energy. Do I get out while I can, while the going is good, so to speak, while the kind of, I feel as though I haven't put too much of myself into this? So it's not a complete celebration. The 10 of Cups, when it's upright, would be the complete celebration. That would be the kind, this is the initial celebration of the potential, of the possibility of something that could become this. But for you, Gemini, with this coming out upside down, it didn't become that. And for this person with this 10 upside down here as well, it didn't become that. Again, going back to the fact some of you Geminis out there, or cross watchers, energetic connection, there could be unwanted pregnancies here. There could be something where you came together and you kind of got to this stage in the sense of a pregnancy happening, and it should have kind of continued down the road, so to speak, to this kind of contentment and fulfillment and having it all, as I was saying here. It's having it all. When it's up reverse, it's a sense of not having it all, of not kind of having enough. Could be for some of you, you're kind of feeling as though you're having to stand on your own here as well. There could be some kind of single mother energy happening here as well for some of you out there. The sense of having to stand on your own 2 feet as well. Knight of Pentacles energy. Independence, having to be strong. Challenging energy. So for some of you Geminis, that could be the case. For others, it's just a sense of you thought you were going to get so much more out of this than actually occurred or actually happened for you. So let's see what the energy is moving in here. Too many, I'm not taking all of them. Too many cards. For some of you as well, you may have thought that you were going to get this happy family, and then it turned out that the other person didn't actually want that as well. That's just come through for me quite strongly as well. So again, that could be why there's this energy here with the single mother energy as well. For some of you, it's just a case of walking away because this is what you want, but you're not getting it from this person. And the card that's come out in reverse here for you, along with this star energy here, we have the moon in reverse. So there's still things hidden. There's still things yet to be revealed. There's still parts of this person's life, parts of their personality maybe even, that they are keeping under wraps, that they're keeping behind themselves. I feel as though they're kind of trying to put it into the past, actually. That's maybe what this is saying, that they're trying to put it in the past, but they're not actually dealing with it, which is why they can't, why it's not leaving them alone, because they won't deal with it. So as much as they're trying to put it in the past, it's kind of like, oh, I'll just forget it. I'll just forget it and it will just go away. When in fact, that is not going to be the case at all. It's not just going to go away. This person has to face their fears, which is what this moon card is saying to me here. That these fears need to be faced. Otherwise, they're just going to spend their life kind of looking... If you see here, she's got three faces kind of looking back, looking forward and looking straight ahead. And I kind of get that feeling like this person's constantly kind of going to be looking over their shoulder, wondering if that past is going to catch up with them in a way. Is it going to repeat itself in the relationship kind of arena or area of life? The moon is, again, it's a very nurturing card as well, a female energy, mothering energy. The moon, it's the ruler of Cancer. Hence this little crab up here as well. And the crab always moves sideways as well. So this person may not be very direct in the way that they come across as well. There may be somebody who kind of skirts the edges of things, kind of tests the water to see how a situation is before they kind of even begin to open up a little bit. I feel as though this person quite nervous. I have a kind of nervous disposition about them. They may be quite shy as well. Reserved, possibly, is what's coming through here. A reserved kind of side to them. They don't show all of themselves, but that's kind of quite apparent in this reading. It's come through quite strongly. But it's not doing them any favours, is really what I'm feeling. And maybe... Gemini, you are wanting this healing to take place here for this person. Aquarius energy, maybe it's also you becoming a friend with this person rather than it being anything more than that, rather than it continuing on as a love relationship. Maybe it's saying that you would do better off being a friend to this person at this time. Aquarius energy. So let's see what the Moonology cards have to say here. What would the Moonology cards like to say? What is the wisdom of the moon? I do feel with the moon as well being in reverse that this person, it is about emotions. It is about not revealing. So the fixed moon here is saying hold your vision, Gemini. So whatever it is that you, I feel, kind of have seen revealed possibly here as well. Whatever you have kind of looked down the future into and what you have seen, it's kind of saying hold that vision is what I'm picking up here. Hold the vision of whatever it is that you want or believe is possible. Again, fixed moon is to do with signs of Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and I can never remember the last one. Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, of course. Opposite of Taurus. Scorpio. So we actually do have a full moon in Aquarius coming up on the 3rd of August as well. So maybe there will be a change, shifting of energies there. Venus is not coming out of her shadow until the 29th of July as well. So she's still in that shadow phase of when she initially started retrograding back. So she's moving back towards the spot where she initially started her retrograde, and that's still her shadow energy. So on July the 29th she will actually come out of that shadow energy. So let's see what the light angels want to say here. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising and Cusp Energy. Gemini, love reading. Venus direct. Venus direct, love reading for Gemini. And the Angel Blessing Oracle cards. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. And Cusp Energy, Venus direct, love reading for Gemini. Gemini, love reading. Okay. Top, bottom and middle. So the first card that we have pulled out here is Wisdom, and it says knowledge is learnt, but wisdom is the divine prompting within you. Your angel guidance is to connect to your still quiet center and listen to the wisdom of your soul. Then you will take decisions and act from your own infinite self. With wisdom, life takes on a new perspective as dramas and fears become insignificant in comparison with the magnificence of the overall picture. Walk your path in life as one of the wise ones, and all will revere and respect you. And it says, I listen to my wisdom. So that's the affirmation. Affirmation being something that we say to ourselves over and over again to remind ourselves. And that has come out with shadows. And it says, love the shadows within you. So this is working with the shadow energy, and I feel that this is for the other person. This is, well, unless Gemini you resonate with this, but I feel more as though this is for the person who is blocking their energy here and not working with their past, because that's basically what the shadow energy is. And it's saying that you have to love that part of you, otherwise it's just going to continue to cause chaos. And to love that part of you, you've got to, like I was saying, you've got to face it, you've got to look at it, you've got to see all your fears. And this is big energy as well. I mean, the star and the moon are both major arcana cards, so they're big energy. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards here, but they are big energies in the sense that, you know, the star is kind of life-changing energy, destiny energy, and the moon is all about our emotions. It's all about cycles of time as well, kind of waiting for the right time for things to grow and change. So let's also see what we have here. We have surrender, which says, whatever you resist in life persists. Ask your angels to help you dissolve all the resistances of your ego, the inner conflict and struggle, the rigid mindsets and habits, so that they can flood your life with higher truth and joy. When you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all the energy you have, which could also be seen as this star card as well, and I just say very quickly that this could also relate to your higher self, the star, because it's that connection with everything. When you surrender to the guidance of your higher self, all the energy you have been using in resistance becomes available. This could also be that energy here, this resistance to let things go, this resistance of kind of not wanting to put it down, let it be. Vitality, inner peace, harmony, and most of all, love are your spiritual rewards. So flow with the pace of life, relax and tune in. Then follow the guidance of your intuition, knowing that the angels will support you at all times. And it says, affirmation, I surrender to the flow of life. And interestingly, the card that's come out with this is life. And it says, angels colour your life. So maybe some of you could do with doing some colouring, literally, like colouring books or colouring or painting or something that's going to bring some colour into your life. Maybe buy something a bit more colourful that you normally wouldn't wear, that kind of thing, but kind of bring some colour into your life. Because especially with this shadow energy as well, it's kind of very dark energy. So lastly, we have positivity. And it says, when you are positive, you keep directing a stream of high vibration energy with your thoughts, words, and actions. This affects others and they help you towards your purpose. The angels are aware of the power of your positivity, and they too will support your intentions. You choose your thoughts and attitudes, so focus on loving, abundant, and successful outcomes in every area of your life. Your positivity will make you feel happy, healthy, and fulfilled. And that's kind of what I was feeling about this energy here, this card, and being very kind of opposite of this energy here. But whoever this is for, this positivity is saying that you need to focus on the positive. It's not always easy, but you need to kind of bring your attention into what you have in your life rather than what you don't have. And the affirmation is, I am positive and strong. So maybe keep saying that as well, because that's another part of this Knight of Pentacles, is a very strong, dependable energy that says I can. That's an energy of I can rather than I can't. I am capable. It's earth energy. It relates to the signs of Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. Very grounded. And the card that's come out with the angels for this card, positivity, is love. And it says, angels bless you with love. And I really feel that this is for this person here. That this person needs to know that they are blessed with love from these angels here. And again, the affirmation, I am positive and strong. So those have been your messages for today, Gemini. I really do hope that they have helped you somehow. Please, if you've enjoyed my video, could you thumbs it up for me, like it. The more likes it gets, the more it's put out into the kind of bigger YouTube world of video watching. The more people get to see it, the more people can come back and hopefully view more videos on my channel. Talking of which, my videos are all up on playlists, so if you want to check out any of the other signs, or like I was saying, your rising sign or your Venus sign or whatever sign you're kind of pulled towards, drawn towards checking out, they're all there, as are my full moon and new moon videos as well, because I also do them every month. And I also do any major kind of changes and shifts in the kind of bigger aspect of astrology as well, but there hasn't really been anything for quite some time. So what was I going to say? Also, could you subscribe, please, if you haven't subscribed already, and tap that bell so that you can get my videos as and when I put them out. Also, to those of you who have subscribed already, thank you very much. I really do appreciate that you're helping me to grow my channel. It's really kind of inspiring for me, literally. So like I said, I've been reading for over 30 years. In fact, I don't think I did say, but I have been, and I am an intuitive tarot reader who has been reading the cards for over 30 years. Recently, I think it was about last year sometime, I was pushed into kind of doing a YouTube channel, completely new experience for me at the time. But now that I'm kind of getting more subscribers, it's kind of given me more inspiration to come online and put out more videos as well. So thank you very much for being a part of my journey. And hopefully, Gemini, I will see you again soon. Take very good care of yourselves and look after anybody else that you can at this time.